A very warm welcome to you. Many thanks for finding time to join us on this week's edition of Almond Finance and Wealth Report, your one-stop shop for all the latest happenings in the world of business. My name is Margaret Mary Osiobor, and it's a pleasure to have you. This week on the program, we'll take a breather from our regular lineup to bring you highlights of the 2018 National Insurance Conference put together by the Insurance Industry Consultative Council, which is the umbrella body of all arms in the insurance industry in Nigeria. The three-day event, which took place at the Transcorp Hilton Hotel in Abuja, was themed Insurance Industry and Financial Inclusion. The 2018 edition, which is the fourth in the series, had over 600 delegates in attendance. Delivering the theme paper of the conference, Mr. Jim Ovia, founder and chairman Zenith Bank PLC, said that the old traditional methods of selling insurance products and services cannot drive financial inclusion. As such, insurance practitioners must be innovatively aggressive in order to attain 80% financial inclusion within the shortest possible time. Do take a listen.
The old traditional way of insurance cannot, with emphasis, empower financial inclusions, because that is for the very top educated. That's for those who are financially very blessed. But those who are in the villages, in the rural areas, who are extremely very poor, they will need microinsurance.
The conference, which had a team of seasoned discussants and panelists, was a huge success by every standard. What more can I say? You're in for 30 minutes of excitement, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the lineup. Details in just a moment. Please stay with us.
The 2018 Almond Insurance Consumers Forum is finally here. The biggest and largest platform for insurance consumers to vent about customer service.
We are impatient. That is our culture. We don't have time for too much training. Tell us what we want to do, and we'll do it. So, speaking English even make it easier.
The insurance have to do a lot more aggressive marketing. If you get into My True or go to Select, you see banks. All their workers are there. They are collecting the bank savings even as a susu. So that it will be easier. It agrees with what my brother was saying. They are bringing it closer to home.
Theme: relieving customers' pain points in insurance through exceptional service delivery. Date: Friday, November 16th, 2018 from 9:30 a.m. Venue: Kano Hall, Necker House, Hakim Balogun Street, Central Business District, Alausa, Ikeja. Chairman: Dr. Justice Clinton Uranta, former GMD Niger Insurance PLC. Guest speaker: Chief Chris Wadiegu Obi, MD Blue Pearl Consult Limited. Discussant: Mr. Tunde Oshadia, MD Guinea Insurance PLC. For inquiries, please call 080-333-57879, 0812-362-4081, or visit www.almondfinancereport.com. Admission is free. Almond Insurance Consumers Forum, where the insuring public have their say.
Discussion of financial inclusion cannot be complete without the apparatus of government, without the central bank, without other financial regulators who can contribute to make our effort and initiative a success.
Insurance is a global profession. Our conduct at all times must reflect this understanding.
Unless an individual has income, he cannot have savings. Is that not? You cannot have access to credit because expected income is the basis of credit.
The public does not trust the industry for so many reasons. And I think if once we are able to recognize why they don't trust us, even these innovative products we are planning to deploy through technology may not really be accepted if they don't trust that the industry has their back.
Insurance can secure lives, and it's not abstract, it's real. It can help us to manage risk. I'm a Christian. I know one thing that has blessed us as a nation is that we believe that God takes care of us. Inshallah, it will not happen. By the grace of God, we are covered. But I tell you that risk is a real fact of life.
I can let you know, FinTech Associates Nigeria, at their event, you see 18, 19-year-old. I've been looking around all day in this hall to see an under 30. That may be symptomatic of the issue.
The idea of hosting a unified national conference by the insurance industry was the conception of the Insurance Industry Consultative Council, IICC, which is the umbrella body of all arms of the insurance industry in Nigeria. The 2018 edition, which is the fourth in the series, was recently held at the Transcorp Hotel, Abuja, under the theme Insurance Industry and Financial Inclusion. In line with the objective of the national conference, over 600 delegates were in attendance. The 3 days conference kicked off with a welcome cocktail which afforded delegates to socialize with friends and colleagues who were also in attendance. Welcoming delegates to the conference proper, the chief host Alhaji Mohammed Kari, Commissioner for Insurance, said that to achieve financial inclusion is a collective responsibility of all stakeholders within and outside the insurance industry.
I dare say that financial inclusion with emphasis on insurance is the collective responsibility of all of us. I will therefore enjoin you all to support the collective drive of the insurance sector as we forge ahead in creating an enabling and sustainable environment for insurance penetration and increasing access to financial services and products. You will agree with me that this cannot be achieved without getting the attention of government and people in government, without getting the attention of other financial regulators, without getting the attention of technology regulators, because modern technology will make it much easier for us to reach the unreached. And it's the reason why I've proposed we need to revisit this conference if possible. We in NICOM will work with the IICC to get the appropriate infrastructure and support from with and without the industry to ensure it succeeds. While wishing you successful deliberation, I would like to thank you and once again welcome you to this conference. You are welcome.
Financial inclusion has continued to assume increasing recognition across the globe among policymakers, researchers, and development-oriented agencies. Its importance derives from the promise it holds as a tool for economic development, particularly in the areas of poverty reduction, employment generation, wealth creation, and improving welfare and general standard of living. Delivering the theme paper of the first session of the conference, Insurance Industry and Financial Inclusion, was Mr. Jim Ovia, CON, founder and chairman, Zenith Group. Chairman of session was Dr. Ayodele Teriba, CEO of Economic Associates. Mr. Jim Ovia in his presentation said that players in the insurance sector must be innovatively aggressive if they want to achieve the 80% targeted goal of financial inclusion by the year 2020.
I would like to encourage NCC, NICOM, and CBN to collaborate and approve the use of mobile telephone technology in distributing microinsurance products in Nigeria. We must be aggressively very innovative, deploying these products if we are to achieve the targeted goal of 80% financial inclusion by 2020 in Nigeria.
Having set the tone of the debate, the theme of seasoned discussant made up of Mr. Olu Okonu, Learning Manager, Old Mutual, Nigeria, Dr. Chiedu Ndubisi, Managing Partner, Pro House and Systems Limited, and Mrs. Temitope Akinfadeyi, Head Financial Inclusion Secretariat of the Central Bank of Nigeria, shared their thoughts on the theme paper. In his submission during the panel discussion, Dr. Chiedu Ndubisi said that the challenge for the insurance industry is how to develop products that will facilitate access to microcredits for the SME sector.
The challenge of this particular forum is how do we develop a product or a group of products that will make it easy for these 37 million people to have easy access to affordable small credit. If we do that, that's, I think, is a very important part of penetration. The other one is that I noticed that in other countries, the kind of insurance products that they have are user-friendly. For instance, there's something I see on television called outsurance, that you always get something out of your insurance. Is it not possible that Nigeria or the industry can develop products that will make people feel that they have a bargain?
Summing up the session, the chairman, Dr. Teriba, challenged operators in the insurance industry to be forward-looking as risk-bearers. The high point of the first session of the conference this year was the launch of the revised Code of Ethics for the insurance industry by the president of the Chartered Insurance Institute of Nigeria, Mrs. Fumi Babintin Achaye, who is also the head of the IICC. According to her during the launch, what practitioners do or fail to do in their sphere of influence has implications on the insurance industry. As such, all players must live above board.
You should be conscious of the fact that what we do or fail to do in our sphere of influence has implications for the growth and development of our profession and industry. Accordingly, in our various business and commercial transactions, these rules must be used as guidance, as departure from them will attract disciplinary actions by various regulators and the institute in line with the extant laws. Commissioner for Insurance, sir, our guest speaker, guests, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it's my singular honor and privilege to present to you the new Code of Ethics for the insurance industry in Nigeria.
The second panel session of the conference focused on leveraging technology for financial inclusion. Chairman of session was Dr. Segun Aina, OFR, founder and chairman, FinTech Associates. Guest speaker was Mr. John Obaru of System Specs Limited, who was represented by Mr. Deremi Atonda, Executive Director of System Specs Limited. Panelists were Dr. Owem Akanksin, Link Consultant, Tezan Oboots Consulting. Mr. Adeniyi David Babatope, MD CEO, AXA Mansard Health. In his presentation, Mr. Atonda noted that to drive financial inclusion, operators in the insurance industry must leverage on the large number of adult mobile phone users in Nigeria.
Every one of us can relate with the magical miracle of the mobile phone, which is just an expression of technology and which continues to represent the future of making financial inclusion happen. Many of the people we consider underserved and unserved today are mobile phones. So if we're looking at an adult population of Nigeria, total adult population, whom we expect to be financially included to be in the region of 100 million. Does anyone remember the total number of mobile phones we have in Nigeria? Over 100 million. Closing 210 million mobile phones. Means the channels are there. So the questions we need to ask is why we're not leveraging this to advantage? Why are we still where we're at? Is it possible we are developing the wrong products for the right market? Is it possible the pricing and the costs are not there, or not reflective of the services we're providing? Is it possible there's dissonance between the operators who make this happen and the regulators? Or is it even possible that somewhat we've lost him in terms of the potentials of financial inclusion to the economy?
Speaking during the panel discussion, Dr. Akansin admonished operators that although technology will drive inclusion, but the public already being served by the insurance industry must first be satisfied with insurance products and services, especially when claims arises.
If you look at the insurance industry and the level at which people are being insured, is it that they don't know the benefits? Is it that they don't know that it's good to insure life or property or the cars that they have? How are we marketing it to these people? And how are those already being marketed? Do they get, after paying premium, if they have issues, do they get compensated or do they get paid when anything goes wrong? These are the balances I think that we need to bring to bear. And if we do this effectively, the inclusion will just flow naturally, because technology is really good to drive it, but the people need to be satisfied.
In continuation of the partnership they started last year with Pitch Aid Medical Initiative to give back to society as part of their corporate social responsibility, Alhaji Femi Hassan and members of the local organizing committee of the 2018 conference visited the National Hospital, Abuja, where they donated bed sheets and drugs to the patients. On hand to receive the delegation was the Director of Public Relations of the hospital, Dr. Tayo Hastrop. Presenting the gift items to the hospital, Alhaji Hassan thanked the executive for their warm welcome. After the serious paper sessions of the day 2 of the conference, delegates settled for the superlative conference dinner, which is usually a platform for them to unwind. Having welcomed all present to the dinner, the chairman of the IICC, Mrs. Fumi Babintin Ashaye, and members of the organizing committee took to the dance floor for the opening dance. Thereafter, others followed. The day 3 of the conference, which was the last day, started with the third paper session, Roadmap for the Insurance Industry on Financial Inclusion. Guest speaker was the Deputy Commissioner, Finance and Administration, NICOM, Mr. George Onekena.
In the industry roadmap, there are 3 levels, what you can see there. Where you have, the first level is what we call the enablers we have there. The next level, you are the processes. The next, after that, upper level, output. Then, after that, you now have outcome. Output is the direct consequence of an activity, while the outcome is the impact of that activity. Now, so at the base, you have 3 circles there. The first one, the first enabler is an upgrade of the regulatory infrastructure. So the regulatory infrastructure will be growth-friendly. The next one is to enhance the effectiveness and efficiency of NICOM. And the third one is to deepen the talent pool of the insurance industry.
Sharing his thoughts during the panel discussion, Mr. Tokwe Smart, chairman of the NIA, said that part of the reason the insurance industry have not been able to reach the poor and low-income people in Nigeria is the over-concentration of insurance companies in cities.
The products we are offering, they are traditional products. So what can we do to change this? We talk about poverty level in the land. Many people cannot afford it. Those who are even aware, they cannot afford to pay the premium. And one area too, which I like us to address, is over-concentration of insurance companies in the cities. Do we have them? The people in the village, do they have any contacts with insurance companies? The answer is no.
Also speaking from broker's perspective, Mr. Shola Tinubu said the insurance industry is supposed to be driven by data and statistics, but unfortunately, the market is lacking behind.
This industry is an industry that is supposed to be based on statistics, and yet we do not actually care about our data, we don't care about our statistics, we don't use them, we don't bring them out to the table, we don't need, and drive our businesses based on that. It's just not something that we do. We talked today about actuaries and why we need actuaries and why, even as part of the plan, we're given a plan to bring in actuaries. But I look at that plan. If you bring in the actuaries, if you bring 1,000 actuaries and bring them into Nigeria right now, sit down. If there is no demand for their work because the industry itself do not think they need them, and if they need them right now, they should have been getting the ones from Ghana, getting all the ones from all the other parts of the world to be able to do the work because they need them. But if they don't need them, you bring them here, they'll just become, data collectors instead of actuaries.
The breakout session of the conference this year was divided into two groups. One focused on blockchain disruption to the insurance industry and artificial intelligence. Facilitator was Mr. Dere Adeyeri of New Usual Limited, while the second group focused on personal finance health plan as a means to enhancing financial inclusion in the insurance industry. Facilitator was Mrs. Bose Udweke, CEO Alpha Oasis International Incorporated, Toronto, Canada. With the breakout sessions over, delegates now settle down for one of the major features of the annual national conference, which is the interactive session with the Commissioner for Insurance, Alhaji Mohammed Kari, who was joined this year by Mr. George Onekena, Deputy Commissioner Finance and Admin, NICOM. As expected, delegates had questions for the regulator. The 2018 edition of the National Conference was a huge success by every standard. The concern of most delegates, however, is how the various committees can harness the recommendations in the communique reached for proper implementation for the needed growth and development of the insurance industry in Nigeria.
There is no gainsaying that the IICC has so far been able to bring together all arms of the insurance industry for the annual mega conference in Abuja, with attendance improving every year. Now, are you ready to attend the 2018 Almond Insurance Consumers Forum at Necker House? The new date is Friday, November 16, 2018. The time is 9:30 a.m. and admission is still free. Then come evening of the same Friday, November 16, the insurance industry will experience the biggest and banging insurance party ever at the 2018 Almond Insurance Industry and Consumers Night, where entertainment will meet insurance. Admission is not free, but if you've been a loyal customer of any insurance company, be sure that they will get you a ticket. If not, you can get yourself one so you're not told about it. Now, for more details on how to get tickets, connect with us on any of our social media platforms. Once again, my name is Margaret Mary Osiobor. Until next week, from the entire crew, have a lovely day. Bye.